That's a market that completely shifted and changed the way. And what they did is they reinvented themselves with licensing. They moved to a licensing model. They capitalized on their brand. They capitalized on their underlying technology, and they moved into a form of security. So now BlackBerry focuses on licensing in its technology to help others, communication devices, communication companies, in helping to offer security to their companies, their customers, their brands, their products, whatever it is. Wrapping it all up, to create your licensing strategy, keep these points in mind. You do need to be focused on it. You need to have a focused team on it, okay? Because as we showed you in the IP management, you got to have, you're going to need to focus on it. You need to focus on the maintenance, the management, the auditing of it, as well as the creation, execution, and management of your licensing strategy. And so what does it require? It requires you doing an audit. You got to package up your IP, figure out what you're going to license. You need to identify your licensing opportunities, and then you have to implement and manage it. Okay. And if you don't have the resources internally, then you need to reach out externally to get the resources. So in wrapping this up, remember, IP is your most valuable business asset. You make and sell may not be the best model or strategy for your business today. It may be innovate and partner with your IP. You need an effective IP management strategy. You need to manage your assets. That's important. And you need to make licensing and leveraging your IP part of your business strategy, because licensing is a proven model that works, and it's a strategy that can work for you. Now, let's turn it over to some additional questions and answers. If you have any further questions, Toussaint, any comments, closing comments you'd like to share with the audience?
And no, I guess it would be, it's worthwhile noting that, intellectual property licensing and asset management pays dividends and benefits for companies at all levels of the economy. We've talked about mostly the major corporations with a global reach, but this is a unique asset class that can provide dividends and benefits that generate revenues from around the world, or at minimum around the country or North America, depending on how one chooses to structure a licensing and asset management program. But first and foremost, it cannot be overstated about the importance of the intellectual property audit. It's critical to take that snapshot, understand exactly what a company has, whether it's core, peripheral, option, and to understand its state of development, where it might be in some process of development if it's not already registered or fully examined and granted rights. And then to think through, with the assistance of expert advisors, how best to engage the market in sectors that may not have thought about the potential benefits of leveraging a company's IP rights. This is a domain where a lot of creative thinking can be done to explore and establish entirely new lines of royalty revenues in completely unrelated fields that differ significantly from a business's core area of endeavor. So the net effect, though, is to build a stream of royalty income, lines of royalty income that effectively multiply the enterprise value of the company that owns the intellectual property. But it's not an exercise for the faint of heart. It's not an exercise for a busy executive stuck in the make and sell model.